In this episode of Made Across America, we're going to start things out by talking about some of the best marking products that most people never see. Then we're going to connect with some of our pals at our Proline facility, pun intended. And then we're going to wrap things up by talking about all the similarities there are between football and damage prevention. Stick around.
Celebrating the USA manufacturing that protects what powers our everyday lives. This is Made Across America.
Based in West Chicago, Illinois, our Proline safety facility is home to our experts in tracer wire systems and everything underground. Here is where we manufacture and stock products including tracer wire, wire connectors, proper grounding tools, test points, and underground warning tapes. Much like the crust of a deep dish pizza, the products that are made here are meant to be just below the surface.
It's a best kept secret out there. Nobody knows about it if they're not in the industry.
99% of the people don't know what we do, or they don't even see what we do. You know, the only thing of our company that people really see are going to be the flags, their marker posts, but we still have tracer wire, underground warning tapes, the connectors, everything needed for that utility locating system, and that is all underground.
Tracer wire basically will be your pinpoint locate. Utility marking tape will be your visual. So when the contractor's digging in the area, they pull that up, they see, hey, high pressure gas line, I better stop, call Julie, or whatever needs to be done. Or they could clamp on to the tracer wire and run their signal through and basically pinpoint exactly where that utility line's at, the depth and everything else that goes along with it.
Most people have heard of, it's just regular copper tracer wire. We do a copper clad steel tracer wire here. So a lot of that HD boring that you see out in the roadways and stuff like that, so the machines that are actually shooting the wire under the ground, they're using our wire here. And there's only a couple companies in America that even offer that product or whatever. We are definitely one of them. We manufacture it here and we do it with pride.
Last year we respooled about 150 million feet. Best year we've had has been 190 million feet, which to equate that for you, I believe it was 28,000 miles of wire that we respooled last year.
28,000 miles is enough wire to circumnavigate the Earth 1.3 times. If you want to know how long that is in 14-inch deep dish Chicago pizzas end to end, all you would need is 126.7 million. Which makes for a good segue into our next topic, Chicago food staples. What do you think is the most quintessential Chicago cuisine? You got deep dish, Italian beef, Chicago dog. What's your vote?
I'll have to go with the deep dish.
Pizza, Italian beef. I don't know.
Which one do you like better?
Maybe a pizza.
Well, me, myself, I like the Italian beef. Patillos particularly.
What do you think is the most, quintessential Chicago cuisine? Is it deep dish?
No.
Is it...
Italian beef would be my go-to.
Okay, you were very quick to shut down the deep dish. Is that a point of contention?
I'm a thin crust guy, always.
Same. I want a thin crust and I want to cut in squares.
Sure. You eat more that way.
Yeah.
You also have the traditional Chicago dog.
No ketchup, I'm told.
Some Chicago hot dog stands, they have a bell of shame. So if you ask for a hot dog, you will have to ring a giant bell of shame to get a ketchup on your hot dogs.
If only we had a bell of shame for people who don't call 811 before they dig. Then we could just follow them around.
That is fantastic.
I was going to say deep dish or Italian beef, and Italian beef is probably Portillo's. And if you got time, actually, I would definitely go check that out because they're about 5 miles down the road here out in St. Charles. Probably some of the best Italian beef you'll ever have.
If you're on a diet or trying to eat healthy, I wouldn't recommend taking a trip to Chicago. On this 2-day work trip alone, I think I gained about 7 pounds. But man, did I eat good. That'll do. Protecting what powers our everyday lives. Just seeing that, reading that, what do you think about?
We do stuff to protect everyday people pretty much. We're covering gas lines, water lines, sewer lines. So if you got a construction crew out there that's digging up, say they're building new apartment complexes or something, and they hit a gas line, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, that whole neighborhood.
Keeping it all together and making everything streamlined for the world.
Well, it makes me very proud, really, actually, because I know the dangers that's out there that's lurking.
We are the only company that's out in the industry that sells every type of utility marking product out there, whether it's manufactured and or distributed, from all the underground products, the detectable marking tapes, the tracer wire, the above ground products, the utility marking posts, the stake flags, the flagging tapes, the whiskers, marking paint, and then the myriad of signs, tags, and labels that we manufacture. So we cover it all.
I take pride in it. I go down the street and I see some of our caution tapes and different stuff that we make here, and it makes you proud.
Some people, I think we really forget the fact that the lights in this building, the water that we drink every day, the gas for our heat, those are luxuries we kind of sometimes forget about, and we don't realize what it really takes to get those to our homes and to our businesses.
The only thing Chicago people might be more passionate about than food is their sports. So in this final section, we found a way to connect our connectors to the Chicago Bears. These interviews were filmed before the start of the 2025 season, and the time this video is being published, the Bears' current record is... I'm doing this because I don't even know now when I'm filming, but I will know in a few days. Your offensive line is only as good as your weakest lineman. Your tracer wire system is only as good as your weakest connection. You can't have any corrosion or anything spilling through. What do you think is the Chicago Bears' weakest connection right now?
Oh, that is a fantastic question. Their weakest connection is, in my opinion, confidence.
I would probably say running back right now.
I would have to say the coach. However, since they've gotten a new coach, we'll see what he's all about.
Last year was the offensive line. You know, they got to be able to protect the quarterback. And last year, they had some problems.
I like to think the connector's almost like an offensive line. They're going to keep out any leaks, keep the protection, corrosion resistance. Which one seems most like NFL offensive line?
If you're needing a connector that basically is pretty simple, pretty low cost, I would say the ProTrace connector that we designed and are selling currently is going to be the best.
It's the simplest connector, but it's going to have the best protection from disconnections.
They do have a silicone on the inside too, so that's even more
like
kind of like our double safe.
Fullback who's going to pick up the blitz.
Yes, exactly.
The detectable warning tape is like a Brian Urlacher.
It could be.
It's a good defense out
Exactly, it's a good defense. It's always there. It is that stop sign effect. So if you see Brian Urlacher running at you, that means stop.
Yeah.
That means if you see that warning tape, you stop.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you are going to be calling 911.
Exactly, when you should be calling 811.